If you're a child of the 80s, you might have been introduced to the world of Japanese animation by the legendary TV series Evangelion. And for reasons I can only imagine, Govee have decided to release a series of specially co-branded gaming lighting fixtures in the theme of Eva Unit 01. And they didn't just put some purple themes into the app, they went all in this time. I'm James Bruce, you're watching Matter Alpha, and this is the Govee X Evangelion Gaming Wall Light H6063, which is, by the way, compatible with Matter. Eva Unit 1 launch! First up, I don't normally comment on the unboxing experience, but this was clearly designed to please fans. After ripping open the black secret cover exterior, you're blasted by this intense purple box, which then unfolds from the center, and you're greeted by the first layer of 4 unbelievably cool wall light pieces. And then the second layer is another 2, plus some fixings, connectors, power block, etc., and the hub pieces. Now, I'll note that these hub pieces light up too, not just the wall bars, so these aren't just sort of simple plug-in connectors, they actually do have a function too. Taking a look at the wall bar pieces, you can see these look stunning even when they're not on. And the Evangelion theme isn't just superficially a few scenes in the app, although you do get some exclusive scenes, like this one, as well, that are accessible by scanning the included secret QR code. But this is an industry first with these on-fixture printing and unique lighting pattern designs. And it's not just the main light bars either. The theming extends to the hub pieces, even to purple-coloured connectors. The covers for the lighting bar, the AT fields I guess you'd call them, are magnetically attached, so I assume you can opt to use it without them, just removed permanently if you want. I mean, Govee has really outshone themselves this time, and they were already the leading brand in unique, smart lighting fixtures, so at this point, the bar was already set pretty high. I don't know if the Eva theme is a one-off thing or if there's other tie-ins that will be coming later down the line, but these truly are amazing. AT Field Maximum! Once you've powered on and booted up the Govee Home app, the control box should be automatically detected over Bluetooth. You'll be walked through a little introduction on how the connectors work, and it's recommended that you plug each bar in turn to the power block just to check them. And finally, you'll be asked to scan in your final design or to work from their library designs. It's up to you. There's only 6 bars, 1 square and 1 triangle connector in the basic set, so there's not a huge amount of possibilities, but there's more than enough to come up with something cool, especially when you consider that one of the connectors is triangular, so you can get diagonal lines too, like this. Now, I believe you can expand or just start with a bigger set. Up to 12 bars is possible. And the media kit I have shows this as being made into a spear of Longinus or an AT field. When it comes to fitting them on the wall, you should start by attaching the in part of the connector to each module. Each module has 1 in and at least 1 out. The square and the triangle, of course, have 2 or 3 outputs, but the bars themselves have 1 in, 1 out, so you can't really go wrong. There's only one way to connect them. Fixing can be a little bit fiddly for the power module due to all the stickers, but each bar after that is pretty simple and it fixes down easily. Press down only where the stickers are though, as it can bend a bit otherwise and you risk damaging them. For each subsequent module, you'll just push that connector in that you've already attached until it clicks into place, then press it down again. And then as a last step, once your design is finished, put back all the AT field plastic covers again. And yes, you can keep them powered on while you're doing all this. It makes it easier to see the connection is working fine. Over on the app side, go to the devices and it should automatically be detected over Bluetooth. Then you can run through setup. It's all self-explanatory and you can set your design, the orientation, etc. This will be reflected in the app itself, so you get quite granular control over the lighting if you want it. You'll find a Matter pairing code on the cable, and I was able to get that added to Apple Home easily enough, but as with all smart lighting through Matter, you'll find very limited controls because Matter itself only offers brightness and hue or on-off control. Now, that's not the fault of Govee, it's just a limitation of the Matter protocol as it is right now. It doesn't support more advanced sort of pixel controls or gradients, so Using it over matter will let you power on and power off and change the color, and that's about it. That said, if you leave it on a specific scene like this, turn it off over matter and back on again, it'll stay on that scene, so it doesn't override the last scene state unless you actually tell it to do a specific color. The Govee app is an acquired taste, I would say. It can be as complex as you want. If you want to delve into any of the DIY design sections, there's definitely a learning curve to that. But if you just stick to customizing the built-in scenes, of which there are many, plus, as I said, some exclusive ones that you can add using the unique code in the box, then it's easy enough to use just for that. The Ava scenes get their own tab in the app, so they're easy to locate. Alternatively, there are music modes using the on-device microphone, or you can add it to a Govee Scenic Dream View or Movie Dream View or Game Sync system. So since this is marketed as a gaming wall light, let's cover the gaming sync aspect of it. Sync ratio increasing! Once you've enabled LAN control from the settings in the smartphone app, you'll be able to use these with a number of game syncing options. First and easiest is the Govee desktop app. Install that on your Windows PC, then head on over to the group control list and create a new Dream View. This will capture your screen and sync up to the gaming lights, and not just these gaming lights. If you have some other compatible fixtures, you can use those as well. The only slight issue I found here was that the sync options only work as one chain of lights and not relevant to my individual patterns. So I can make it match around the monitor, but these bits at the top of the branch will then replicate the same pattern as these ones at the top. So even if you say had it branching off from only this corner and you just want this corner's color to be synced, you can't do that. It's not a massive deal, but worth mentioning. The only downside to using the desktop app is that there's a very small performance hit on your gaming because it's capturing your desktop. So for even better performance, you can integrate the Govee Gaming Sync Box, which is a bit of external hardware that sits on your HDMI signal and captures data that way. This box comes with an LED strip for your monitor, as well as two side towers that I don't have connected at the moment, just the monitor LEDs are on now, but this can be connected up to a whole range of Govee lighting products as well. So I have a floor ramp in the rear corners here, for instance, and it all looks stunning when it's working in conjunction with each other. Razer Synapse is also supported. I haven't tested that though, because frankly, it's not very user-friendly at the best of times. I much prefer the Govee system. It's just a lot simpler to set up. But if you do have a Razer Chroma system set up already, I think you're going to love integrating these too. So regardless of what type of game you play, I think it really adds to the immersion factor. And of course, it's not just gaming. If you're going to watch some classic anime, then it goes great with that too. Are there any downsides to the Ava Gaming wall lights? One very minor complaint. The Govee logo in the center of these connectors is upside down, and it has to be because of the orientation of the input piece. It seems like it was designed for the power to come in from above, which I would posit is the least likely way anyone is going to connect this. Normally, I think you would have the cable from the bottom. The light bars themselves have sort of writing for both orientations, so it doesn't matter so much. Although again, the lit writing part is upside down when placed like this. I think if they could have figured out a bi-directional power connector that would have allowed these to be mounted either way, that would have been better, but I'm really nitpicking at this point. I know it has Evangelion written all over it, but this sort of circuit print would suit any kind of cyberpunky themed setup as well. And they have some other cool gaming gear to go with it. The Matter integration just means that you can turn it off easily from whichever smart home system you're using. To be honest, it takes a lot to impress me nowadays with smart lighting. Once you've seen one LED strip, you've seen them all. But Govee has done it again with this industry-first unique gaming wall light, and I think these are going to sell out fast. The 6-piece and 2-splitter set that I have here will retail at $200, which is a bit of a premium over the regular gaming lights, and I think in this case is absolutely justified. I can't imagine the added manufacturing complexity of this printing and sort of multi-part that goes into each gaming wall light bar piece. Anyway, that's it from me today. Thank you for watching. Hit me up in the comments with any feedback, suggestions, or questions. Do hit like and consider subscribing to this channel, Matter Alpha, to keep up with all of our reviews, explainers, and more. I've been James Bruce. You're watching matteralpha.com. Until next time.